Champ is back. I'm joined by Cain Velasquez, who faces Fabricio Verdum in the main event at UFC 188 right here in Mexico City. When we had the first fight here in November of last year, you were originally supposed to fight, then you were injured, and then you came as a guest. Was that difficult for you, knowing, I should be fighting right now?
It was, it definitely was. I call it bittersweet, Being there, that main event, I should have been fighting definitely against Fabricio that moment. I felt like, all the PR stuff that I've done here in Mexico to kind of, build the UFC here, that first fight, the first card should have been me, But hey, again, I couldn't dwell on the past, focus on the future. And I guess definitely the sweet part of it was all the guys from the show, Tough Latin America were there. I got to watch them firsthand, coach them on the sidelines. And they all won that night, so I was definitely, proud of that, but, definitely sucked that I couldn't be part of the show itself and fight there.
Saturday night, Cain, you're finally returning. How does it feel?
It feels great, just to finally come back and obviously fight here in Mexico City. But, just a long road to recovery, has been great, but it's been long. But again, I'm here now, I feel good, so I'm ready.
How are you able to keep a positive mindset through all of it?
As far as keeping positive, just focus on things that I can focus on to get me better. That's it. I can't dwell on the fact that I'm injured or anything else. That I can't compete. Focus on the rehab. Focus on just talking to the doctor. What's the quickest way that I can come back? And when I do come back, just try to stay injury free. You
have the most takedowns in heavyweight history. So are you assuming that you guys will be on the ground together and you'll be able to show your ground skills?
Wherever the fight goes, I'm comfortable. If it goes to the ground, I'm comfortable there. If it stays on the feet, I know I can win it there also. Whoever the opponent is, we just try to go out there and get the best game plan that we have going in, and I think, that changes with each guy, and a guy like Fabricio, a guy who's good everywhere, he's a guy who's a complete fighter.
You have the best team around you right now to support you and help formulate this game plan. AKA is on quite a tear. Your teammate Daniel Cormier just won that light heavyweight belt, and he attributed a lot of his success to training with you. Would you feel like he pushes you in the gym the same as you are able to push him?
Definitely. With Daniel Cormier and also Luke Rockhold, both those guys, you come in, you try to be the best every day, going into that gym, but some days they get the better of you. But again, that pushes you to keep, getting better and, hopefully try to get, be the best every day and try to beat those guys every day.
And they're down here helping you prepare for this during fight week, correct?
They're down here, help me for this whole process here. When we got the short notice for DC to fight Anthony Johnson, he was already in camp. We just had to switch up a few things as far as the game plan goes, but I helped him a lot to get ready for that fight, and it's a team, so he's helping me as well.
Is this the year that AKA has 3 belts?
3 belts, we're looking at 4, this year, maybe next year, but yeah, we're looking to go big, definitely. We have to go out there and perform. That's the number one. That's the name of the game. You can be the best guy in the world, but on that one night, you have to go out there and perform on that one night when it counts.
And there will be an arena full of people waiting to watch you perform. Mexico loves you. There's no secret. You are the biggest star of the UFC down here. When you think about fighting in front of the Mexico City crowd, what does that kind of bring up in your mind?
With every fight, going out there, it's gonna be no different, I'm just focused on what I have to do to win. That's it, not focused on the crowd, not focused on where I'm at or anything else, as far as just focus on the game plan, what I need to do to go out there and win this fight, and what Fabricio poses as far as threats or anything else. As soon as the win's over, then then take it in, then take the crowd in and everything else. But before that or during the fight, just thinking about the fight itself.
You're focused on the mission, but I've got to imagine your parents are pretty excited for this moment. When they found out that you were able to finally compete in the Octagon down here, were they excited?
Definitely, my parents are very excited. Just the fact that I get to do something that I love to do. That I get to participate in a sport that I love to do. They know that I love to compete, and just that I'm happy doing this. They're happy.
And you've been here preparing for this fight for about 2 weeks. Why did you decide to come down to Mexico City early and really make sure that you are acclimated to everything?
I've trained out here a couple times before. I've worked out here before. Acclimated, pretty well to the altitude. But just to be safe, I wanted to come out here just 2 weeks early, finish out my camp, and just be prepared as best as possible.
Do you feel like you can tell a difference in your cardio since you've been here?
You know, with this whole camp being 100%, I feel like I've been, you know, I'm just in great shape. You know, I feel like my cardio and everything else is up there. Again, just came here early just to be safe, you know, making sure that my body does adapt, you know, being out here. But, you know, being out here the 2 weeks, I think I have felt a difference, and I think I'm ready to go.
Well, we are ready to watch you perform. Best of luck to you on Saturday night in that main event against Fabricio Verdum.
Thank you.
Thanks.